on!
Wilkus Wilk. Hey, Saray, what does my true name mean?
Oh, it means Rose is Rose.
Rose is Rose. Isn't that kind of lazy?
Is it? I mean, I made it on a whim, but I thought it seemed fitting.
It was an urgent situation, after all.
But Princess Alicia used to be a squire, right? What was her true name?
Melphis Amechia. It means Alicia the Smiling.
Oh, I see. So it's not lazy. You're just being biased.
Huh? How?
My smile is pretty gorgeous too, you know.
Quit it, Rose. You're scaring me.
Rose, that's just how Saray is.
Yeah, I know. Maybe his name should mean Saray is Saray. Is there any sort of rhyme or reason to what happens when you fuse equipment?
Great question, Rose. You're right. There's nothing random in the fusion of equipment.
Can you just tell it to me short and simple before I fall asleep?
Sure. First, the rules for fusing two different equipment skills only apply to those located in the same slot.
So it actually does matter which slot each skill is positioned at.
Yes, what skill is placed in which slot is a very important factor in equipment fusion.
So it's important to...
Well, it's... Huh? Are you asleep?
Dezel, do you know a lot about ruins?
I do have some knowledge about them since I've been around, but I've never been interested enough to explore.
It's really fun to imagine what these artifacts have been through over the years. Ponder over our new discoveries, close in on the truth, or expand on what we already know.
I do have the ability to sense certain smells left behind in the earth, to detect humans and certain objects left behind since ages past.
Whoa, you can sense through smells? Is that something even someone like me could learn?
You can learn through experience to a degree, but you need talent if you want to truly master it.
I'll try my hardest. Let me know if I overlook anything important.
Yeah, as long as I don't get into the way of your precious hobby.
Lila, sit here for a second.
What is it?
Just take a seat. So, you'll have a lot of Norman acquaintances, but don't seem terribly interested in Norman.
Well, I mean, we're just friends is all.
What the? Just sit down already. Lila, you're underestimating them. Remember, we need to catch 50 of them or else.
You really like the Norman, don't you, Edna? You even got one on your umbrella.
You kidding me? I totally don't like them. Now, why won't you sit down?
The last time I sat down, it was to pull an all-nighter. That's bad for fair skin like mine, so good night.
Hey, sit down.
I never thought I'd see so many Hellions. Kinda makes me feel guilty for not being able to see them before.
You should. Ignorance is a crime, you know.
So, don't you think the quality of equipment is crucial in surviving tough battles?
They also say that true masters don't choose their weapons.
But since we're no masters, I thought it might be better if we build relationships with the shop owners and order from them.
Yeah, well, they say the relationship only lasts as long as the money does.
Yeah, I agree. So what I'm saying is, it's important to build a relationship with the shopkeeper rather than just haggling to get the price down.
I can't even tell if you guys are arguing or not.
Water, pierce my enemies. Sharp ice, crack and scatter!
If I can just exert control over the diffusion here. Couldn't quite suppress it enough. But I'm starting to get the feel for it at least.
Hang in there, buddy. Boy, I gotta say, that improv act during the inspection sure was a hoot.
Yeah, Lila in particular was getting way into it.
To tell you the truth, I've always loved performances like that. I've been wanting to try one out my whole life.
I gotta say, that was pretty sweet, coming up with those ridiculous lines on the fly.
We Seraphim have way more experience than you folks.
Now that you mention it, that's right. A Seraph's age basically has nothing to do with their appearance.
How old are you actually, Lila?
I'd like to know that too.
I feel like she must be older than me.
That's classified.
I guess your ad-libbing prowess only applies in certain situations.
Rose?
Ah!
Oh, please excuse me. Is this better?
Yeah, much. So, what's up?
I just wanted to thank you properly. Thank you very much for saving Saray in the battle.
Oh, think nothing of it. It was a spur-of-the-moment kind of thing.
Maybe. But your courageous acts and spirit were very moving.
They were?
Hey.
Ah! Come on, show yourself! Now, what do you want?
I was just going to tell you not to overdo it with all the flattery. Also, Sorry for surprising you.
Just don't do it again!
I apologize too soon.
That was even fiercer than when we saw her in battle.
Hey, Edna?
What?
Aren't those boots a little big on you?
Got a problem with it?
Nope. Just wondering if it's hard to walk in those.
They used to be my brother's. He adjusted it so that it'll match my shoe size. Don't worry.
Then how about those gloves?
We have matching ones. What about them?
They look great with your dress, though the overall look is a little strange.
My brother told me the same thing.
Huh?
Never mind. Just saying that you wouldn't be able to pull this look off.
Guess that's true.
Weirdo.
Something smells good. It must be beef bourguignon. Oh, hey, Dezel. What are you—
Shh!
Huh? What is it? Is something wrong?
Tezel's been holding up his pendulum and standing in front of the pot for quite a while now.
Why is he in the kitchen anyway?
Maybe showering the food with love.
He's doing it all wrong. Besides, does it even look like he's showering love?
Could it be some kind of curse?
Damn it! I can't reproduce that taste on my own.
Huh?
Huh? It looks like he's been looking into recipes on how to make beef bourguignon.
He's definitely got his own way of doing things.
Now that you mention it, whenever he eats, he does seem to take his time and savor the flavor.
What is it he's trying to do?
Oh my! Don't those potatoes look scrumptious?
Oh yeah, radish bells. They're on the smallish side, but they're super sweet and delicious.
They look like they'd go great with butter.
That, or you can just bake them and sprinkle with salt.
Oh my gosh, that sounds delicious.
You know those have got poison in them, right?
Poison?
Oh, yeah, something like that.
Eat enough, and it'll be your last meal.
Well, sheesh, you just gotta cook it thoroughly, right?
Nope. That actually strengthens the poison. You're even deader now.
How about if you cut the eyes off? Does that fix it?
Whoops, still dead. Radish bells contain poison in both the eyes and the skin. Now you remove all the skin and slice out the eyes. It's perfectly safe.
Hey, Lila, where do you think you're going?
I'm afraid this conversation is a bit...
I think she has some concerns about your food safety standards.
Is this belfry all machine run?
Yep, it's what Laston Bell is famous for. The gears get moving, the bells get swinging, and it sounds like the most entrancing music.
Now that's something I'd like to hear.
Wow! You'll only get something like this in the City of Artisans. Such craftsmanship.
Oh, an art appreciator now, are you?
I wonder how the motor works.
Don't ask me.
I hear the sound of the drawworks. They're probably utilizing the power of the aqueduct running underground.
Aqueduct?
Really? Nothing I can see suggests that.
That's because it's a hidden refuge area. This place was built as a fort in the first place.
Oh, so that's why this place is surrounded by castle walls.
Before it was a fancy belfry, this was a communication tower for sending smoke signals.
So much history everywhere. This is too cool.
Guys seriously geek out over the weirdest things.
Well, let them have their fun.
Yeah, I suppose. Fethmasmioma, Losroff Roulette, Hefsin Yuland, Lukai Yerlin?
You okay?
Are you not feeling well?
Fethmasmioma, Losroff Roulette, Hefsin Yuland, Lukai Yerlin. Fethmasmioma, Losroff Roulette, Hefsin Yuland, Lukai Yerlin!
Whoa! What are you doing?
You tell me! When I formed the pact with Lila, she told me I had to remember those in like 3 seconds. And now I can't get them out of my head.
It was an emergency. I couldn't help it.
Lila can be pretty forceful sometimes.
I wish she were a ghost. She'd be less scary.
Looks like the Church and the Knights of Roland's really are at odds.
And here I thought they were both supposed to protect the people.
Herd mentality always prevails when people sort themselves into groups, no matter the situation. It can be helpful in lending authority to institutions that wouldn't otherwise command it, but more often than not, it generates malevolence, leading to great conflict.
Like wars, you mean?
Yes, in the most extreme cases. Even the conflict between the Knights and the Church could be considered a war, if on a much smaller scale.
War is the people's history. I read that in a book once, and I think I get it now.
Would it be better for me not to get involved?
What do you think?
I want to know. Even if the reality is bleak, it is still part of the world we live in.
Then let us go forth. This is your adventure.
No, it's our adventure. Mine and those who believe in me.
I don't think any dogs have barked at me for a while now.
There's the reason why.
Is that Dezel? Looks like the dogs are flocking to him.
What? You want something?
No, I'm just a little surprised. You're okay with dogs?
Of course I am. Dogs are silent partners. You haven't given them enough of a chance to know better.
But dogs do bark.
They only bark because they can sense your anxiety and aren't sure where it's coming from.
In other words, it's because you're afraid of them in the first place.
Well, I'd argue that they bark at me first.
It's so hot again.
It truly is. I think I'm gonna get sunburned. Edna, do you use your umbrella for protection from the sun?
As you can see.
Do Seraphim get sunburned too? I guess it makes sense since Edna has really fair skin.
Edna's umbrella can be used to avoid the sunlight as well as rain. It can even be used to push back the Hellions.
Oh, wow! So it's like killing 3 birds with 1 stone.
Not quite. It's also her signature item, so it's more like killing 4 birds with 1 stone.
If that's true, then really it's like killing 5 birds with 1 stone since she has a cute mascot character attached to it.
And it's also something she can change depending on her mood, so that's actually 6.
I'm like Cinderella with an umbrella.
I must say, that was a good one.
Not to mention a lot of dead birds with 1 stone.
So, do you think Rose has gotten used to us being around yet?
Yeah, I feel like she mostly has. She may be a big old scaredy cat, but she's pretty adaptable.
I'm not so sure. That fear of hers may run deeper than it looks. Remember, it was powerful enough to suppress even her prodigious resonance.
With the help of someone we know.
I don't have to apologize for anything.
But even so, Rose tagged along of her own volition. I'm sure she'll be just fine.
I want to believe she will. Human compatriots like Rose are 1 in a million.
In more ways than one.
Yeah, in more ways than one.
What's so funny?
I was just thinking, maybe we're the ones getting used to Rose and not the other way around.
Very likely.
You're talking to Lila and the others while they're invisible again, aren't you? Creepalicious!
Guess she's still got a ways to go.
It just takes time and patience.
This town's just bursting with sinister rumors, isn't it?
Yeah, no wonder they call it the Age of Chaos.
And a lot of them sure sound like the work of Hellions.
If you're interested, why don't we investigate?
But we have someplace to be already.
Taking a little side trek isn't gonna kill us. It's not like we promised a specific time frame or anything.
I'm with Rose.
Me too. It's a good opportunity. Why squander it?
Fair point. All right, let's do it. No regrets.
Except the regret of getting involved.
There's something I want to tell you, since you've acquired the power to armatize.
Yeah?
Hidden arts are stronger than martial arts. Seraphic arts are stronger than hidden arts. And martial arts are stronger than seraphic arts. That's the basics. But we can only use martial arts and seraphic arts, which means that Seraphim aren't able to accommodate all types of enemies. You guys can use martial arts and hidden arts on your own. And during armatization, you can use hidden arts and seraphic arts.
Human, Seraphim, and armatization. So we can compensate for each of the 3 different types depending on how we use them.
Yeah. For example, for enemies that don't use any seraphic arts, it would be more advantageous if you armatize. Of course, you may encounter enemies which can be taken down more easily when you are not armatized as well. It just means that the armatization isn't all powerful.
Right.
There's the advantage of being able to concentrate 2 powers into one. But there's also a disadvantage to that as well. Assess your situation at all times. But the worst situation you can get yourself in is getting in a pinch from overthinking things. You gotta find your own balance out there.
I'll take things 1 step at a time. Thanks, Dezel.
I could say I'm a fan of this paper fan. No, that's too easy.
You still awake? Oh, hey. I think this is the first time I've seen you with your hair down.
I need to set it properly to make sure it doesn't get in the way during battle.
Styling is a pain. I just cut mine when it gets too long.
Well, I think you have radiant hair.
You really think so? How long did it take you to grow your hair?
I can't really recall a time when my hair was short, honestly.
You mean you can't remember because it was so long ago? You have been around for a while and all.
Indeed. When you've been around as long as I have, you forget even what you had for dinner 2 nights ago.
Pretty sure even humans can't remember that.
I don't remember the first word I learned to say either.
Yeah, once again, welcome to the world of mortals.
Lastenbell didn't have a Lord of the Land either.
We did see a couple of Seraphim, but it didn't look like they were living together.
I can't see them, but they've been here the whole time. To think that it's always been like that is just so friggin' scary.
But in the past, Seraphim were revered.
And in return, Seraphim gave the people their blessing.
That's how it was in the era of coexistence?
Yep.
But the humans came to only believe in things that they could see.
That can't be helped. There's barely anyone who could see Seraphim like Saray and Rose.
It's scary that there are people around you that you can't see, but at the same time, it's sad. It's sad that they can't be noticed even though they're there.
I wish everyone thought the same way you did, Rose.
Do you want something?
Hey, you.
My name is Rose.
I know.
Then call me by my name.
Hey, Rose.
That's better. What do you want?
Quit doing stuff like that.
Stuff like what?
Riding on the shepherd's back like that.
Huh? Did you see that?
By chance.
Gah, that's why Seraphim freak me out sometimes.
It's careless to entrust your body to someone like that.
But that was part of the plan! To catch them off guard and then mow them down!
That's not something an adolescent girl should do.
Mowing people down?
Riding around on someone's back.
There's something wrong with a girl being carried on someone's back?
It's careless of you!
I told you it was part of the plan!
I give up.
I don't get it.
All right. It's settled down a bit.
Nice.
All purified?
Somehow.
I'm so sorry for making you go through this by yourself.
Yeah, we had it real rough too. Lila's been fortune-telling with her origami flower things.
Saray won't lose, Saray will win. Saray won't lose, just like that.
She left paper scraps all over. I had Meebo clean it up, though.
Of course, I believed in you, but it was just so...
Sorry for making you worry. Thanks, Lila.
No, it's fine. My fortune-telling was right after all.
You scattered bones sure are on the same wavelength.
You think? Well, we are kinda like family.
Family, huh?
I wanted to ask you if someone named Brad was your father.
You mean our late leader? He's the one who saved me.
Oh, really?
Apparently, I was lost and roaming around the northern battlefield when he found me.
Just like me.
Seraphim don't have parents either.
You guys too, huh?
But we do know what it means to have a family.
Gramps was the one who raised both of us.
Same here. My friends in the Scattered Bones are like family to me, who took the same path I did.
You don't mind having to be an assassin?
No way! I'm grateful for it. It's better than us all being apart.
I see.
So, she doesn't mind, huh?
See? I told you the Mabo curry bun would be a huge hit.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Hey, mind your manners, you two.
But we gotta eat it before it gets cold.
Yeah, that'd be gross.
I can't take it anymore. Give me a bite.
Yeah, sharing is caring.
Your manners, everyone, please!
You want some too?
Yes, please! Oh! You dare call yourself a curlist with that form? Utterly preposterous!
Whoa! Guys, Lila's freaking out!
She's okay. She just has a thing for stuff that curls up into little balls. I know, it's weird.
A curlist strives to achieve the perfect sphere. In other words, physical realization of one of nature's ideal forms. Which means a sloppy curl is an insult to Mother Nature.
I think I kinda get it. Like spiral shells and stuff, right? They're cute.
Rose,
Look out, Rose, you're playing with fire.
so you do get it!
Wait, what?
Particularly the sublime curl of the turban snail. It's pure mathematics. I could gaze at it for hours.
Sure, and like egg rolls are totally yum. Oh, and round steak? Mmm.
Yes! Rose, let's start a curlist club. Just you and me. We'll call it the Curling Circle.
Yes, and our motto can be, the only thing we have to sphere is sphere itself.
We've lost her.
I'll quarantine them, you warn the others.
Oh, look!
There's a rabbit.
It's a Glenwood rabbit.
Looks
So
yummy.
yummy.
What?
You got a problem?
You're talking, yummy cute, right?
Yeah, cute. And delicious.
You didn't know? Rabbit flesh is a rare treat.
I'm aware that they're consumed sometimes, but
You'll understand once you take a bite.
Here, I'll catch this one for you and cook it up.
no thanks.
It's okay. We'll save the most scrumptious part for you.
I'm fine. Seraphim don't need food.
Really? If you say so.
It's cool. We'll just drive and take it along. I love bunny jerky.
Ooh, I'm game.
What are you doing? Run!
It ran away.
Dazzle, you startled the poor thing, you meanie.
You're concerned for its welfare now?
What a fluffy puffy goat!
A fluffagoat, you might say.
This is a goat? They don't look anything like the ones in Elysia.
Don't they eat paper?
Knock it off. You shouldn't give them man-made items.
I'm sorry. You're quite right.
You're very kind when it comes to animals.
It's more that you folks are too rough with them.
We'll leave it at that.
So, Dazzle, would these be cliff-dwelling goats?
Yeah. They usually live their lives on the cliffs and go down to the grasslands only to eat. They even sleep on the cliffs.
On the cliffs? That's gotta be brutal.
Sounds quite uncomfortable indeed.
From our point of view, maybe. But to them, it might be the best thing in the world.
It's true that they probably have fewer predators to worry about that way.
What strangers feel as happiness is beyond our ken. Is that the sort of thing you're getting at?
Pretty much.
Are you talking from experience?
Interpret as you may.
Hey, Micleo, this one's cracked. We should be able to see what it's built with.
The building materials don't look like anything special, but then how would it maintain its current shape?
Maybe they used seraphic arts?
Probably. If so, that would imply that these ruins date all the way back to the era of the gods.
I knew it!
What's got you two all hot and bothered?
These towers since, like, forever.
Leaning towers, mentioned in the Celestial Record.
Just look at them. They're way bigger than I even imagined.
And to think, all these years they've remained standing.
Really? You're freaking out over some badly designed towers?
Yeah, that's just what I was wondering. How did they get like this?
The obvious answer would be tectonic activity.
Yeah, but there aren't any faults anywhere nearby.
Then could it be ground subsidence? I wouldn't write off effects of flooding either.
What if they were built like this in the first place?
That's entirely possible, but why?
Yeah, it all comes down to that. A place of worship? A grave? A sundial?
Possibly even a part of an elaborate seraphic art?
Rose, what do you think?
Me? I think you both talk too much. Oh, look! Ancient statues! I wonder what they're made of.
Oh? Did someone forget this here?
Odd that someone would abandon a tool so central to their livelihood.
Still, it's a terribly lovely field.
Yeah. Age of Chaos or not, it's nice to see that some places are still thriving.
Or so it would seem.
What do you mean?
Take a closer look at the wheat.
Huh?
Oh my!
Not a single berry.
Same thing over here. Nothing but mold inside the husks.
It's the bliss mold. The whole area's probably wiped out.
The whole area?
It's been going around for a while now. This year's harvest is pretty much screwed.
No wonder they threw away their hoe.
Lila, this is...
Yes. This too must be the work of the Lord of Calamity.
So this is what Age of Chaos really means.
Flour from the Pearl Oats region is second to none.
For strawberries, though, you can't beat ones from Marland.
What should we do for milk?
What are you talking about?
We're brainstorming local regions where we can get our key ingredients to make a delicious shortcake.
Picking the right ingredients will determine the quality of the food. Remember that.
Gotcha. So how's that going?
We were going to get flour from the Pearl Oats region and the strawberries from Marland. But we haven't decided on where to get milk yet.
The region we should get it from will depend on the kind of milk we want.
Hey, Saray, do you prefer light, smooth milk or rich, creamy milk?
Huh. I like the rich, creamy kind.
Then we should get it from Lake Haven.
Sounds like the ideal plan. Thanks for telling us, Dazzle.
I just felt like it is all. Don't read into it.
A Highland steer! Excuse me while I salivate.
Notice the graceful line from the neck to the sirloin. Eye-ring specimen.
It looks nice and all, but it's a cow.
It's a cow, said the poor country bumpkin who'd never tasted the majesty of a real Highland steak. We're talking melts in your mouth. It's that good.
And how can it be a Highland steer? This is Roland's.
Is that really all you can think about?
Presumably they're so called because they originally came from Highland.
But we didn't see any when we were there.
Raising large herds of them as actual livestock requires vast amounts of grazing land. Roland Sisvy is probably more suited to that kind of thing.
I see. I guess that makes sense.
Of course, if the world doesn't get off its current path, all the cattle will die off, and it'll be a moot point.
That's also true.
Ahem! Also, Drago stew is made with Highland beef. It's considered an auspicious dish due to the symbolism of eating Highland itself.
Okay?
Mundane trivia. A C-rank specimen.
Sheesh, forgive a girl for trying to lighten the mood.
I wonder who wound up in this coffin.
The decorative work suggests a privileged background. Nobility, perhaps. Or a clan chief.
Very much so. This is, quality rock.
So where would you date it? Pre-Roland's times?
Hard to say. It wouldn't surprise me if it were actually related to the founding family of the Roland's Empire.
From the texture, I'd say it was constructed in the storied, cold and smooth style.
Sad that it's been looted.
We should take care that our own studies are more respectful to the departed.
Dust everywhere. This is further corroboration of the poorly cleaned hypothesis.
Rose?
What are you doing?
Oh, I was just trying to contribute to your little academic geek out, but... Sorry, I'm way out of my league.
Yeah.
Don't, try too hard.
Yeah, think I won't.